Yeah, welcome to Phoenixiety channel. The channel where we rise together. Thanks for joining me. Uh, as you know, if you was watching my previous videos, I am a student, mature student of a social service work. And according to my English level, well, I do speak in English, right? But when you're at college, it's a little different than just to talk. And adding to that, not all the teachers give the material the way you can absorb quickly and understand the way they do it, right? Some teachers are just like a perfectly blend in into my way of absorbing information. But some teachers, like honestly, like blank page. I'm coming out of the class, blank page. So I did find my way of how to actually study without being paranoid, without being stressed and scared that I'm not gonna pass. It's very hard to scare me with something, but let's say many students would actually be really stressed of that. Even though there is such a thing like a academy integrity breach, which includes not using AI, I did find my way how to have free tutor using AI and not breaching academy integrity. Basically what I do, I would never copy paste from AI to just fulfill the requirements of the course of teachers, like whatever teacher required, right? But what I do, I don't even pay for premium on AI, ChatGPT, as I'm a low-income single parent. Don't even ask. OSAP grants without even a loan. So I am not going to pay for AI. But the thing is, when you do use ChatGPT, it does allow you to upload 3 files per, I don't know, like 5 hours, let's say half of the day. I'm not going to specify exact timing. And it's not enough much just to study, right? To load the book and load everything. So what I did, and that's what I'm going to talk in this video, basically I'm going to give you the index now. How to match textbook material with the syllabus and with the current PowerPoint slides that teachers nowadays uses just for teaching us, right? I'm gonna stretch that information for you to understand if you are interested in, if you are planning to become a student and you worry that you're not gonna pull it. Don't worry, it is doable. It is doable. I did it, you can do it. I'm still doing it. Getting back at my first test, very first test, I failed. I just feel like a drastically, brutally failed. F, big F. Oh my God, right? So that's kind of woke me up, like that I cannot approach to studies as regular students do, and some subjects with some teachers. Some of the students doesn't speak English much at all, like foreign students, for example. So what I do, first of all, I do, well, before that, priorly, I'm gonna say that I called my AI agent, ChatGPT Solon. I give the name because is more convenient for me. It's not like I'm brainwashed into the thinking that AI is human-like or something, but it's convenient for me to give him a nickname, him, her, whatever, it. so on. I did actually created sub chats in the so on's chat, and each chat is basically dedicated only for the particular subject. For example, introduction to social service work. That's one chat. Another chat is family sociology. The third chat is human development lifespan, and so on, right? So let's say I'm studying right now, particularly now, for family sociology. At the very beginning, before the classes starts, my suggestion to you, find or scan and turn into the digital your textbook, digital version. Add all book into the chat dedicated only for this subject. That's you start with. Then you play around with the protocol of your ChatGPT. I played with my Solon's protocol. First of all, I made it sure that it doesn't give me any fluff. It does act as a top 5 tire for success, and only as required per college or university standards. So it does use strictly only APA 7 format, which is required by college and up, and so on, right? So then each single class, when you're attending, teachers open up new slides, PowerPoint slides. They're normally downloadable. You download it and then upload it right away the same day. Right after the class, you come home, you upload that to dedicated chat. I'm giving as an example family sociology. So I took teachers PowerPoint, PPT in short, abbreviation, and I uploaded into my chat. Remember, it have just three uploads, right? Make sure before that, right with the textbook, digital textbook, you have to upload the syllabus. And at the protocol prompt, you have to make sure that you mention that it have to act accordingly to the syllabus based on the textbook, and always corresponding to the PowerPoint slides of the teacher. That's it. That's what you do with the protocol. Then, with every single each following classes, you just upload those PowerPoint slides. Normally, as usual standard practice of professors, they teach you few weeks, let's say week 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then they want you to pass through the test, right? Then you give another prompt to your ChatGPT dedicated chat for this subject. Basically, you have to explain in 3 layers. In simple terms, one practical example, and how it might show in the scenario. Like, you already know how your teacher likes, right? So you basically tune it, your chat agent, into the preferences of your teacher. You make sure that you give in the prompt that it acts as a tutor, that teaches you, and specifying all the terminology and making sure that it repeating the most important information for you to remember. Then you make sure that in the prompt it's include that after those teachings it give you at least 10 test style questions, mixed multiply choices, and a short answer. You can make it as a mark correct answer after, or it can give it to you right away with the answers by your preferences. Would be nice, if you prefer this way, to add to the prompt that they have to summarize the key points of the chapter or theory, wherever, and 3 columns table, like concept, core definition, and example from the field work. Well, once again, it's according to the subject. You modify those prompts. You have to also add to the prompt that they have to give you reflective reviews questions. Like in the prompt you include, ask me 3 reflective questions about how I would apply this concept ethically, and blah blah blah, just as example, right? So basically questioning you after the test. You can add to this practice along with ChatGPT the documents, Google documents, or you can make it in a Word, basically for storing and organizing your notes, right? So you can get to it anytime, because remember, at the end is going to be final exam, right? And you don't want to repeat all that process all over again. Also, in a prompt, I would say at the beginning of the chat, when you're just creating the chat, that it have to, no matter what, after each single practice, test, whatever you guys getting through, it have to return to its default settings, default prompt startup settings, right? So it won't slide away into some kind of poetry with you. You also have to set the tone, how you want it. You want a more formal, you want a motivational. I prefer no motivational. I prefer like a cold, straight, formal tone, so I can actually remember, right? So give a tone, ask to act as a top 5% per whatever subject you're working on. Ask to be specific. Ask for no fluff, no like straight to the point. Make sure that it's, after you add syllable, deep in the language per syllable. And discipline it the way you like it. Now, when you train your dedicated chat per subject, it's gonna help you to train for the, basically it's gonna train you for the course. And as a matter of fact, the way the teacher gives you information is not that hurty anymore, because you don't really need to understand every single word and the way teacher pushes the material. You have your own tutor at home. Core concept, key examples, 10 practice questions with reasoning, summary table, reflection prompts for self-awareness. Keep it ready to pass into the Google documents. And there you go. That's how I deal with it. So compare it to my first F at my very, very first test at family sociology. Now, since September, now it's Yesterday was Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone. I got 72 and something, let's say almost 73% of 100. And I still don't understand the way of teaching professor. I'm being active, I'm being present, but I'm coming home and I do my own way. Guess what? It does work. It does work. So I would love to hear your thoughts. If you do already study as well, I would love to hear down the comments your approach to deal with the difficulties during studies. Like, share, subscribe, and really, I would really appreciate if you're gonna comment below so I can not just give, but get some goodies like strategies how to deal with it. Come back next time. Phoenixiety is always here, and I'm gonna keep going no matter what. Love ya. See ya. Catch you next time.